there, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, amazing agents. It's Coach Bill Pipes coming at you as always, alive, excited, and full of energy. I hope you guys are crushing it. I know that you are, guys, right now, what is it, mid-May? We're coming into that second half of the year. Are you pushing yourself? Are you driving yourself? I know you are. You know, we have the opportunity. We've done like 27 of these now, 27 real successes. And it's sort of ironic that a video platform like this, where we have the video interviews, we have yet to actually interview someone on how to use video and how to grow your business with it. And when you look at, you know, I love the example of Tom Ferry, right? So Tom out there grinding in the, you know, in the trenches, going out, doing office presentations as he's starting his business, right? Doing the things that we have to do and that we ask you to do, which is that sweat equity. But about 2005, 2006, Tom stumbled upon YouTube. And then many of you know, many of you have actually gotten access to Tom. Your first exposure to him was through YouTube. And he has grown the business so dramatically through video, through relevant content. And, you know, there's been a definite movement over the course of the last couple of years to video. I mean, the algorithm for Facebook has changed, and now they're saying that, you know, in the next couple of years, they want to have all posts being some type of video post. You have, you know, the drone videos that are being done, the photography, everything Matterporn that's being done right now. All video components are expanding. And what I've noticed is this. What I've noticed is there's two groups of agents, actually three groups of agents. There's agents that don't do it at all, and they just are pushing it away. There's agents that do it, but don't do it well. And then there's that small group that is completely crushing it and just dominating the video landscape that's out there for real estate. And my guest today is one of those individuals. And I'm so excited to bring her in and for her to share with us exactly what she and her husband, Brandon, and their team do to completely crush in terms of, you know, what they're doing with their video, how it's relevant, and how we can take some of that and rip off and duplicate it ourselves. So it is with my great pleasure that I get to actually introduce to you Miss Amber Anderson. Say hello to Real Success Nation, Miss Amber.
Hello, hello.
Good. Amber, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you sell? How long you've been in the business? And just sort of production levels that you guys have been through.
Yeah, and let's just check from a technical level, because I keep hearing either your mic's hitting the table or something's giving a weird noise.
Could be my mic.
So, okay, maybe that's what it is.
Yep.
I've been in the business since 2009, and I work with my husband. We have a very small team. I have an executive assistant. We have a team manager / escrow coordinator, and an ISA / intern who does a lot of our calls. And then we've got 2 part-time agents on the team.
Awesome. Excellent. Awesome. And so in relationship to you guys' production, how many homes did you guys sell last year, or volume? Yeah. I know in La Jolla, you guys are probably counting a little bit more volume than you are units. So how much volume last year, and what's the goal for volume this year?
We did just under 40 million last year. That was 37 transactions, 9 leases, and we're hoping to push that over 50 million this year. So
beautiful. And you guys are on track, right? You guys are
on track. Yeah, I think we've got about 53 million in listing inventory currently. So if we just focus on what we have, and we have a wonderful pipeline right now, I think we'll definitely exceed that goal.
Brilliant. So talk to us a little bit about video, because you and Brandon have done such an amazing job. And I mean, it's so elegant what you guys do. So first of all, why video? Why does an agent in today's world need to be aware of and using video?
Well, it's the means, I think, by which people are really consuming information. I mean, in the past, people love to read books. It seems that it's a little bit easier for videos. And if you look at the numbers, the amount of viewers that are on YouTube, but most people, I mean, if you just ask people when the last time they watched a video, it'd probably be within the last few minutes because they're watching a video on Facebook. It's just become the norm. And for us, it's really given us kind of a leg up, because it gives us an opportunity for somebody to see who we are. We get to build that rapport instantly. And it's something that so many agents miss that I think is a crucial part of your business. I mean, let's face it, from a listing standpoint, listings with videos get 400 times more inquiries. So you can't ignore those numbers. And because the internet has changed the way people I guess buy real estate. No longer the days that you walk into an office and say, hey, give me your list. They're sitting in the comfort of their own home. Video is a great way for us to not only showcase the property, but we can showcase the lifestyle, the community, and then anything else that comes along with it, including us. So it definitely helps.
It definitely helps. Yeah. And in relationship to that, I mean, have you guys always been really good at utilizing video? Because we're going to dig in today into how you guys use it, right? And how you use it for your listings. But have you always been really good? Was it just instantly for you, or did you have to ramp up a little bit?
No, I would say, well, I'd like to think I was always really good, but I go back and I've looked at the first videos that I shot, which was right around 2010, and I just cringed. They were like, in our basement, we had a green screen. We were trying to do all the editing ourselves. I mean, I'd like to say I've come a long way, but we really, for me, my background was in banking, and I had started this whole international kind of pursuit. I'd studied at Oxford in my undergrad and wanted to get my business back international. So as a lender, I thought I'll become this foreign national expert. So I started, kind of traveling the world, doing seminars about investing in San Diego, which is when I met my husband on my first trip. And one of the things that I found then is we were starting to record the seminars that I was doing, and we were trying to kind of leverage that. And that was right around when Facebook was really getting big. Skype was big then. When I was doing international, Skype was kind of the only, medium that we could communicate. And when the subprime market came along, the first thing that went away was foreign national loans. So I made a shift from that point into real estate when I started with Sotheby's. And I felt that that was one of the ways that I could really get my message out, get my brand out. And granted, it took me, I think I had my first multi-million-dollar listing my second year in the business when I started. I started real estate in 2009 with Sotheby's. And when I got that first oceanfront multi-million-dollar listing, I think we had it at 6.5 million. It was slow. It took me 3 years to sell that house, but I remember the key point in selling that house was when I first did a real professional video. We've kind of done some amateur things, and I do my normal, after an open house or, drawings. But when I did that first video, I knew something had happened. And the video was completed. It took us forever to do. I sent it off to the client, and these people had been looking at it for a while. They'd not come. They lived in Chicago. They didn't come out. Once I sent the video, they were out that weekend, and the wife was like, photos could have never done this home justice. Even though I thought the photos were amazing, it was right on the sand. The video is what got them to show up, and they ultimately bought the house. So I thought, I think I'm onto something here to where we can really showcase a home, but give somebody the opportunity to see everything sitting in the comfort of their own home without having to be here.
Beautiful.
Oh, my lights went off.
And the lights are back on. There we go. So tell me how you guys currently, because you've obviously evolved into a much larger, above and beyond just, video, the home videos and the home tours of the properties. And I've seen yours. They're absolutely gorgeous. But what are the different ways that you guys have found video to be useful in generating new business?
I think for us, it's allowed us to really stand a part of our competition, meaning we can stand out. And I don't have to just, when I'm in a listing presentation or if I'm going to an appointment, we leverage our videos in a way that we can show how we're different, and not just by saying it, by saying, okay, here's how we do it different. For example, we videoed a broker caravan, and I can say, here's truly what we do different. We have live music. We can get over 150 agents here, but don't take our word for it. Check out this video. We do the same thing when it comes to our sunset soirees, so we can show clients how we do our open houses different. We use video for our testimonials, not just from clients, but also from other agents that we've worked with, business partners, our referral partners that want to say, they give us a testimonial. How else do we use video? Of course, the property.
I love the use that you have of video for testimonials. Right. So tell us about that, because I think that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, the days of, here's the paper and all the, all the reviews. I mean, that's going by the wayside. Yeah. How do you get a client to say, yes, we'll shoot a video? Because so many people are afraid of being on camera, right?
Yes. No, everybody's afraid, and there's never a good time to be on camera. Even to this day, I'm my own worst, critic. But we'll try to shoot the video right on the spot, right at the closing if they're here in the office. that's ideal. We'll send the videographer to their house. That's an option. But the best success we've had with getting testimonials, we'll typically do it at our client appreciation event. We have a little separate room set up, but we always have a lot of giveaways at that event. And one of which, I think this last year, we gave away a villa at La Valencia Hotel, which is like an $1,100 ticket. But for those that get testimonials, everyone who shows up gets a raffle ticket, but the ones that get testimonials get an extra 10 tickets. So we kind of incentivize them. Number one, they're already dressed up, they're having a good time, they've had some wine, so they're a little bit more relaxed. They see other people doing it, so I think they feel, you know, a little bit more comfortable. And then we make it private, so they don't have to feel like everybody's staring at them. And we have our videographer there to just help coach them and make it feel more natural. And it's worked really well for us.
I like the strategy. Give them some liquor, get them dressed up, and then get them on video. Put them in a room and get them on video.
Well, and social, if they see other people doing it, then they're like, well, we should, you know. And look, I also try to give them. That's the other thing. For my business partners, one of the best ways that I can compliment them is to give them a testimonial. And sometimes that law of reciprocity kind of, you know, just continues the ability to get them.
So Facebook Live, let's talk about that. This is a curveball for you, right?
Yes.
So I know it's something that you're using, and I know it's something that you're using effectively. How important is it, and how are you guys using Facebook Live mentions right now to be able to grow your business?
So it has become, and I am not a fan of Facebook Live, because if you'll look at my YouTube channel, everything's done professionally. And so YouTube or Facebook Live was a very, you know, it's shaky. It's, you know, it just wasn't my style. But the reason I felt it was important is because if you understand even what Tom kind of teaches, Facebook is, there's so many people on Facebook and the traffic is there. And Facebook really wanted to support their own product, which is Facebook Live. I mean, if you look at the views, if we just took a clip from YouTube and tried to put it on Facebook, we're not going to get the same love. We'd have to pay for it. But from an organic perspective, Facebook really, you know, pushes out the Facebook Live. So we've used them at our open houses. So, you know, just as I'm giving a tour of a property, we do it for an open house. We use Facebook Live for events. I've used Facebook Live interviewing my business partners. So I've interviewed an insurance agent, you know, kind of doing a Q&A on, you know, and what's great is now, and we did the Facebook Lives together. So she had her Facebook Live going while my Facebook Live was going. So we had the ability to cross over our databases on Facebook, which was really powerful.
Nice cross-pollinate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you're cross-pollinate. So, hey, I got a question for you, because you're talking about content now at this point, right?
Right.
And I think one of the big mistakes that I've seen agents make, I remember we're at a Team Plus event, and Tom said, everyone go out, and, you know, we were talking about the importance of Facebook Live, and all of a sudden, one after another, there were all these odd, you know, Facebook Live mentions that were being done. And I just hearken back to what Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, which is content is king. Because you could be doing video, you could be doing, you know, putting out, you know, material, but it may not be supporting your brand. How do you guys determine what is relevant content and what is not?
I think we're looking at what are those questions that we're constantly being asked. And I think that's the one true power of video as well. And my coach, Roberto Monaco, taught me this long ago, back in 2012, when I was traveling through Australia, teaching agents about video marketing then. But if you find yourself answering the same question over and over and over again, why not put it on a video so that you just have the information there? So we're constantly thinking of what are those topics that our clients are asking us. You know, right now we're in a market in San Diego, you know, in the lower price points where it's very, very competitive. So how do I get my offer accepted with multiple offers? You know, those are the types of, you know, content that we're looking at, or just what people are asking and they want to know.
Awesome. So you have your finger on the pulse of what it is that your clients are asking, and then you roll that out in video. You use Facebook Live. Now, you guys are huge on YouTube, right? I mean, you've got, this is, hey guys, I hope you're going to hear this number. 150,000 views on some of their videos, right? On some of their content. How do you get, I mean, look, we're at 40,000 on our biggest real success. So, you know, I want to know for us, like, how did you get 150,000 views on one of your videos?
Well, I think the biggest mistake that agents make is they do a video, and that's why I'm all about sharing, because, you know, it's funny, what you do with your video matters, and if nobody sees it, what's the point of doing the video? So you've got to get creative in how you can get eyeballs. Many agents don't even have a YouTube channel. When I think the statistic that NAR had was like 73% of homeowners choose an agent if they use video, yet less than 15% of agents actually have a YouTube channel. So we leverage what YouTube offers on the back end, meaning AdWords. So we will run specific campaigns through YouTube. What's wonderful about YouTube is it's owned by Google. So just as people do advertising on Facebook, which we do as well, we'll use those same methods on YouTube to gain traffic. But then we're trying to get that video everywhere. So we're going to ensure that it's on our website, the company's website. We do specific landing pages for the properties where the video's at, because we have the whole Google redirect program into our landing pages. The corporate website, any place where I can host my video, I'm going to put it. Facebook, we don't just put the link, we'll actually upload the actual video onto Facebook. So again, we can market through Facebook and they honor it. We get more views that way. Everything down to press releases, blog posts, getting it everywhere that we can. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything with regards to where we put our videos.
So it isn't just shoot the video and then let's put it on YouTube. It is, you're directing that video through multiple channels, right? I mean, it is like 6, 7, 8 channels that you guys have or more that's driving traffic to it.
Or more, and then obviously emailing it out, right? I mean, that's the other thing too, is having a system that you can not only email it to our 10,000 plus agents, but to our clients as well. So it becomes the piece of content that we want to get everywhere. So any opportunity we have a place to showcase it, or submitting it to, LA Times and some of the bigger publications, now everybody's going towards video. So if you look at even advertisements now are very short clips. The other thing that we make sure that we do, especially for property videos, is we'll take that long, we try to keep them under right around 3 minutes, but we'll do a 15 to 30-second teaser, because that's really what we use to market. We know that Instagram and some of the other social media sites need shorter videos, so we kind of will do a trailer or something to then direct them to see the full video. So you just kind of have to be willing to put it everywhere.
So do you do all this yourself, or do you guys have someone that helps you with this? Because I'm looking at this going, oh my gosh, man, it's overwhelming, everything that you guys do.
No, thankfully I have a team and we all kind of participate. My husband kind of always helps with the script writing and kind of, setting it up. But once the video is done, one of the things we want to make sure we do is SEO the video. So one of the big mistakes that agents do when they put the video on YouTube is they do nothing to give it some type of organic boost. And so that's just, completing the profile of the video, putting in the tags, words, making sure that it's public. But we kind of all conquer and divide. And my assistant does a lot of that now, and Stacy did a lot of that. So, and then the other thing too is your video partner, whoever does your video, is going to have their whole network as well. So you give them kind of the power to also market on your behalf.
So Amber, if I'm a single agent and I don't have a team, where do I start with this? I mean, because I know there's a lot of people that would love to be where you guys are, and they see, I think one of the big mistakes that people make, and I've mentioned this before on previous interviews, is you see the end result, but you don't see the path that got you to this point. So if I'm a single agent, I'm thinking, where do I start? What are like 2 or 3 things that I could do that would get me on the glide path that you guys are on?
Absolutely. So I would say first things first is get a YouTube channel, set it up. I have a dedicated domain. Mine's just amberanderson.video. So if I ever want to show anybody the videos, I can send them straight there. Go to Best Buy for $99. You can buy a little kit. It comes with a tripod, the new angle, a mic, and a camera for your iPhone. So if you don't need anything fancy. And I think because technology has changed and it's made it easier and easier, you have that available. And the biggest one is just don't overanalyze it. You're going to make mistakes. You don't need to have this perfectly edited video. Just get something done, get it up, and then get it out there.
Yeah, I love it. So number 1, get a YouTube station. Number 2, go get the right equipment, right? I mean, and it's so inexpensive right now. And then number 3, don't worry about it being perfect. To your point on Facebook, there's been a lot of study that says, at least on Facebook, not for YouTube, but on Facebook, that organic, raw, real, it gets a lot of traction. The shaky camera even, right? I mean, you don't want to be a complete doof in doing it, but it's, you know, that rawness really has an attraction to individuals. And there's a place for the polished, and there's a place for the raw. I'm sure over the course of the last years, you guys have made some mistakes, right? What has been, you know, some mistakes that you've made that we should, if we're new to this, that we should make sure we avoid?
Well, I think the mistakes of just overdoing it. Like in the very beginning, I thought I was going to be this editor, and I literally spent like 8, maybe 15 hours on YouTube learning Sony Vegas Pro, which is an editing program. And I'm like, what am I doing? So it's just more about letting it go and not over planning. And the biggest thing is timing. Everyone thinks, you know, it's too expensive and I don't have enough time to do it. You're prepared, you kind of have an idea of what you're going to do, and then just shoot it and go. And the mistake is just not doing it and putting it off. That's the biggest mistake.
I love that. The mistake is just not doing it, number one. Okay, nobody likes the way that they look on video. Can you speak to that? Like, I mean, look, we're not all as fortunate as you. I mean, you're brilliant on camera. I mean, absolutely. You've done stuff with Craig Swooing, and I mean, you're constantly on camera. So what advice would you give to us men and women that maybe don't have that natural presence on camera?
Well, the best way to make yourself look good is just make sure your lighting's set up. I mean, the standards of, you know, solid colors, no stripes. But I think you're never going to be happy. I mean, it's like the first time you hear yourself recorded. The same thing was when you look at yourself, you go, oh my God, I do that thing with my smile. Or you just don't make somebody else look at it. Maybe that's the best thing you can do once you're done. But just, I'd say you just can't overanalyze. I guess that's the only thing I can say, because that's the biggest hindrance is people are afraid to get on the camera. And that's a whole nother story as far as getting over the fear. But it's very inexpensive. And I think now there's so many people in video that you could find some partners that maybe are just getting started. And obviously we do videos on every level, from testimonials on up to big property videos, which can get expensive. But we also do videos on properties that are 500,000. We kind of have a secondary tier for our videos that we can make it a little bit more affordable and kind of within our listing budget. So I think more than anything is there's so many people out there getting into video that really want to launch it. So find a partner who you can kind of help build, and you get some, you know, really good deals. I think my video guy, when we first started, the first 6 community videos that I did funded his first camera. Now he's one of the top videographers in the county. But when we started years ago, it was kind of an open space where I was like, man, we really need affordable videography in the real estate space, because it just didn't exist. I mean, it was like $3,000 for one listing video.
Yeah. So if I'm going to go back, I'm a single agent. Okay. I'm going to start with YouTube. I'm going to start doing this. Should I go after my clients for testimonials? Should I just, you know, what else could I be doing? What would I put on that YouTube station? That's what I'm looking at, going, okay, what would my content be? What would the conversation pieces be that you would recommend?
So I would do an about me right away, you know, let people get to know who you are, maybe an overview about who your team is. So have something tangible that you can attach to every signature. So it's kind of, hey, here's who I am, because there's enough business to go around. I come from a place of abundance, and I feel like having that kind of video about me gives somebody the opportunity to even feel like we're a match. And if not, hey, move on to the next one. But start there by doing just an overview, but then start with content. I feel like that's an easy one to be able to, look, we're experts, just share what maybe you had an experience, or share a story. If you're in an area that you love, maybe showcase the neighborhood. One of the things that I found really beneficial too is getting into the community and doing kind of showcases on businesses. So let's say it's an up and coming restaurant, I'll shoot a video for them, and guess what? They put it on their website and they share it on their social media. And those are really, really easy and inexpensive ways that you could get a really good foot in the door right out of the gates with some content.
You know what I love about that whole idea of showcasing local merchants is, yes, they put it on their site, but it's this giving back, and that's who you and Brandon are. I mean, honest to goodness, you guys definitely give. You know, you pay it forward, you give to individuals, and then it comes back. So I love that idea of showcasing local merchants. Okay, cool. So, and what else would you add? Like, what other bit of advice would you give us, or would you recommend moving forward? Leaving this call.
Yeah, I think one thing that you should know moving forward is video is not going away. And because YouTube is owned by Google, let's face it, I am a newer agent to my, kind of area here in La Jolla. But people find me, and they find me because they're going online and they're looking for somebody new and they're looking for something innovative. And my videos are there. And I'm getting the opportunity for the appointment because of what I have out there. But then once we dive in deeper, video just gives us a whole nother space that we can provide marketing and true value to our clients that nobody else is doing. And a lot of agents won't do it. I mean, it takes some time and effort and commitment, but it definitely gives us a one-up in our local community here for sure.
Love it. Yeah, because you guys stand out from, I mean, that's a very competitive community. I mean, there's a lot of great agents, and the fact that you guys are one of the few that's doing it is very surprising. It's very surprising. But watch, good for you guys, right? Good for you guys. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions that are non-video related. Right?
Okay.
That I ask every single participant and every single person that I have the privilege of interviewing. Do you have a morning schedule? And if so, what is it?
So you thankfully turned me on to the Miracle Morning about a year ago. So my morning schedule is getting as much of that in. I definitely am all about feeding my mind with the right thing. So I don't watch the news in the morning. I don't read any articles. I'm all about either I'm listening to Tom Ferry or something from Tony Robbins. I try my meditation. I found a really cool app called Headspace that is for beginners. I'm just at like 10 minutes a day, and then trying to get through my affirmations, and if I can get some reading in. I have two very small little girls, so I guess it kind of sometimes depends on when they wake up, but I really want to start the day with feeding my mind with the right things.
Awesome. Speaking of feeding your mind, what's the best book you've read in the last 12 months?
In the last 12 months, well, I'm probably going to say Miracle Morning because it's the one that kind of changed me around, but funny enough, there's a book I won't even say that one. It's, oh God, what's the title of it? I have it on. I do more audiobooks than reading books is why. Right hook, jab, jab, right hook. That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. So you watch Gary, I mean, obviously Gary Vee is
I'm a big Gary Vee fan.
Yeah. And for those of you, again, big shout out to our buddy Gary Vee, man. Just has really helped the entire industry really understand video, how important content is. So Amber, anything like you're sitting down, you're having a glass of wine, a good glass of wine, right? And you're down there in La Jolla. What's the one last bit of advice, video or non-video, that you would give the agents that are listening right now?
Wow. I just say have the confidence to do, and just always come from a place from integrity. I think that's what's led me most in this business, and just share the love, because it's always come back to me when I do, and I feel like I want to make this industry a better place. So if I can share some things to make everyone else become better, we're kind of all doing our job, I guess, in a way. But I love what I do, and I'm continuing to improve and grow. And it's just about, look, we're in a competitive market, but I also want to be in a cooperative market. And so I just am trying to keep my head down, continue to innovate and grow and reanalyze my business, see how we can improve constantly, and then hear from others, and take their tips and make it better. And everybody is welcome to R&D everything that I have. Go into my YouTube videos, look at my, the ways that I SEO, and use it, because that's what it's there for.
So how do they get a hold of you? Because I know you're going to have a lot. We've covered, I mean, we could go on for like an hour here, you know what I mean? Instead of the half hour that the show is. But if they want to get a hold of you, if they got some questions, or if they have referrals for La Jolla or San Diego, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Just email amber.anderson@sir.com. Will reach me direct. And again, they can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, because then you'll get as the new videos come out. But one of the cool things too, I can say, especially in the higher end market, and I'll leave this tip to, maybe those that are in the luxury world. One thing that's really given us a one-up is our private client events. And you can see on our videos, we have them there, but it's always trying to get creative on how to market these high-end homes, whether it's 15, 20 million. So we kind of have this really cool process where we bring in this whole experience, and we bring in Tesla or Ferrari and Maserati for a drive experience. We'll bring in a speaker who's maybe just released a book, something to bring people to. And the reason I bring that up is because not only do we use it for marketing the home and getting more qualified buyers into, see the house and spread the word, but whenever we do an open house, or I'm doing floor time, or I meet somebody out wherever I am, whenever you tell somebody you have this kind of event coming up, all of a sudden they'll go, well, here's my real email. Or, oh, yes, it gives us a reason, which is why we do them consistently every quarter, to continue to add to our database, which has been so powerful for my business of just continuing to feed it with the right people. And parties are always one great way to get them there.
Absolutely. And I love the whole database conversation, especially since you're making calls to your database now at this point, baby. Yes. Okay. So awesome. Hey guys, this is a go back and listen probably 6 or 7 times for me, because there is so much content that's inside of here that you need to listen, stop, write down, listen. Amber just unloaded for you guys basically the entire strategy that they use to sell $50 million worth of real estate, right? And the entire process of utilizing video in the luxury as well as the normal market. So guys, hey Amber, you know that you and your husband have a very, very dear place next to my heart. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be able to do this. I know you guys are getting ready to go on vacation, and it's crazy the day before you leave in a couple of days. And for you to take the time to do this and share so transparently with everyone what it is you guys do, I'm super grateful. And I just want to say thank you from all of us at Real Success Nation.
Thank you, Bill. It's my pleasure, truly.
Awesome. Great. Okay, guys. So listen, if there's anything that we can do to support and assist you, remember, tomferry.com, tomferry.com. If you have any questions in terms of how we can coach, assist, guide, support, and direct you, we're here, right? And Amber's here to answer any questions on video. So guys, have an absolutely fantastic month. We'll talk to you in 30 days. Otherwise, keep your mind focused on the future, your actions right here on the present, and keep on moving forward, guys. Keep crushing. It's Bill Pipes signing out. Thanks again.